Hey basketball coaches and players, today I'm going to talk to you about a zipper fist basketball screen, how you can incorporate it into your offense, but also it's actually something that you could run as a play set alone. So let's get down and let's check this out. Okay, so a traditional zipper fist screen is when the high post player will set a screen down to the low post, and usually you would want to do this when you've got a guard in the low post. That guard would then pop out towards the point. This is the point, this is the wing, this is the corner. And then you would have a pass over to player 2. Of course, he could jack up that 3-point shot and score 3 points, but now you would have player 5 in the low post, and now you would set a screen and roll or a screen and pop for player 2. Generally, it'll be a screen and pop where player 2 will attack the key. The reason why this is the traditional way of running it, and of course the way that you would first teach your team to run it, is because now you can actually set this up as a set alone play. So you can call zipper fist and run this. Now when player 2 is attacking the rim, he could obviously set up a floater. He can also go in for the layup, but the main attraction here is to draw in a double team or at least a help defender of some kind. And when this happens, player 2 would have multiple options. He'd be able to take that 3, or he could pass over to player 3 and take that 3, or he can pass over to player 5 for the layup. Now, another way that you could set this up as well is by having player 5 set a screen down for player 2, and player 2 could set up at the 3-point line up towards the point. At this point in time, obviously, he could take that shot, but we can then have player 5 screen away for player 3 and have player 1 set that screen and pop for player 2. Player 2 would then attack the wing, either take a 3 or a mid-range shot. We would also have player 3 cutting across where it could be an easy tic-tac-toe style play, and have the pass down towards the low post for player 3. We could also have the pass instead go to player 1 out on the perimeter, so there's a couple of different options here. Now you may be wondering, well, what happens if we are in, let's say, a 3-out, 2-in style zone offense or a super overload zone offense, and let's say they are in a zone defense? Well, this can still be actually useful. So instead, what we would have is player 4 set that screen down for player 5. Now in this case, most likely the zone is going to look like this, and we would have player 4 set that screen down for player 5, who would then pop up towards the perimeter. We would have a wing to point pass. And now we would have player 4 still in that low post, but we would have player 2 setting that screen for player 5, who would then attack the paint. The idea here is to bring in player 5 or bring up player 5. And now we have a couple of different options. So of course player 2 is going to be protecting the key as well, same as player 5. We can now have player 5 attack the rim and score. He could set up a floater, a mid-range shot if he's open, but he could pass to player 4 if player 4 was able to get player 3 behind him. That'd be a nice tic-tac-toe style play. We could pass to player 4 who could kick it out for a 3. We could even set a skip pass over to player 3, which is a bit riskier, and get a 3-point shot that way as well. You can also set this up with a 4-out style offense, or if you're just running down court and you want to have a quick hitter. So you could actually set up a quick hitter with these players running down court into their spots and have player 4 as the trailing player. Have player 4 set that zipper fist pin down style screen on player 5. Player 5 would then pop up towards the perimeter. He could jack that 3, of course, but if he's not open, we would then have player 4 setting up a back screen on player 1. In my opinion, this would be a fantastic option. Player 5 would then attack the key. Player 1 would be cutting back door, and there's so many different options that could come from this. We are now essentially isolating player 3 red, so player 5 could attack or go in for the layup, dunk, take that mid-range or three-point shot, could pass to player 1 for the layup, or he could kick it out to player 3 for a 3. There's so many different options in this specific quick hitting play. Anyways, my camera has ran out of batteries and my video is now over. I hope that you have enjoyed. Up in this corner is another video. Over here is a subscribe button, or they may be flipped. I can't remember which side I usually put them on. But anyways, I hope that you have enjoyed today's video. If you have, hit that like button and subscribe.